That's called a team player.
Oh, it's called a team player. If Chubb was on your fantasy team, you would have been.
But he's not. He's actually on a team playing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The only one of Petey's picks that came through, baby. Let's go, Vegas.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When you had it on your video, I was like, "Oh, damn."
You're like, oh, he put the jinx on us this week. Oh man, I don't care what nobody say, man. The Cardinals was a good pick. They should have won that game by 3.
They could have won by 3.
They could have if they kick. They just opted not to kick the field goal. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all be knowing the spread. Y'all kill me with this.
Yeah, but that was a smart move not to kick the field goal, though.
Murray takes the knee, going for 2 because they didn't want the kick to be blocked. That's the basic premise.
That's just like Chubb. How do you not score that touchdown? Like, who doesn't want to score a touchdown?
Coming on, Joe Judge. Here is Chubb going outside. One won't go out of bounds, and he doesn't. And he may go all the way. And he does. No flags are down, and Chubb,
he ran out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Not too shabby.
No. And the Cleveland Browns are going to go 6-3 for the first time since 2014.
I don't want to win by more. If I just run out, we'll win. You'll win if you run and score a touchdown too, and it's better for your stats.
Well, that just shows he ain't.
Incentive-based contracts is what most NFL players are playing on. He messed his money up, but I mean, hey, you know.
Do you know that for a fact?
I do not.
All right.
Search it for me.
That's called a team player.
Oh, it's called a team player. If Chubb was on your fantasy team, you would have been.
But he's not. He's actually on a team playing.
Yeah, bro. You got luck. You lucked out on that one. That was a smooth 25 point play that he just said, Roop. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And the spread was 4.5, 4. I was like, oh, yeah, the fix is in. Players be knowing. Cleveland especially. Cleveland is a mob team.
Man, but what are they, 6-3 now?
Yeah, surprisingly.
We're going to see. We're going to see if they keep it up.
I don't know. They in a tough conference, but they have those extra playoff teams.
That would suck for teams like the Steelers.
Yeah. I think they're going to get home field advantage, though, honestly, if they keep on rolling them off.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. But, I mean, for, like, the Steelers, though, like, I think their initial bye week was supposed to be week 8 or 9 or something like that. But they ended up bye week at 4.
Yeah, so they've been just rolling.
So they're having to play, 12 straight games and then having to play the first round, that's kind of messed up.
Well, if they get the number 1 seed, they'll get that bye.
Not if they add that 8th playoff team.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yep, that means every team in the playoffs play the first round.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that idea. Even though it's not my team. Nah.
I don't like that idea either.
Your team has a shot at this year's playoffs. I'm sure you don't like it.
Hey, but the AFC the race is close. I think there's 4 teams that's 6-3 right now.
Yeah. NFC West is just 4 teams. 3 teams that's 6-3.
Well, yeah,
that's division of football.
That's the NFC. I don't care about
that. NFC has a special place in my heart.
Man, if the Raiders were in the NFC, we'd be tied for first place.
Hey, I wish the Raiders were in the NFC.
I do too, so we could play the Niners.
Oh man, if we can beat the Niners this year, that'd be great.
That's going back on the loop.
We got Vikings this week. I'm gonna pencil that in as a loss. Dalvin Cook is gonna get cooking.
He wasn't cooking today.
This game not over. That boy is a juke button waiting to happen.
Oh yeah, he is. He's been cooking all season.
I mean, he's one of the best all-purpose backs besides McCaffrey and Kamara.
Yeah, when he's healthy. Like I said in the beginning.
When he's healthy, because I ain't gonna lie, he's been on a few of my fantasy teams, and to keep him in 16 games is almost impossible. Kid is frail. He's frail, but he's so fast.
Yep. But I like him coming out of Florida State though. He was nice.
Yeah, definitely. I liked him coming out of Florida State. Speaking of running backs, how did Jacobs do yesterday?
21 touches for 114 yards, and 2 tugs. Just want to throw that in there, top
the kid is a workhorse. He is. He definitely is.
Hey, we got a 1-2 punch, baby, because Devin Booker got 2 tugs too.
Devin Booker was a nice little pickup. When I've seen him run a few plays, and I was like, this kid can play. I liked his game. Where was he? Wisconsin or Nebraska? One of those red teams.
I think so.
I always get Nebraska and Wisconsin confused. I know their fans will probably eat me alive for saying that, but they're both red and white.
Got the same jersey colors.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same to me.
Except, on the helmet, N or a W.
Yeah, W, N, they're almost the same letter. You just add an extra.
But, he was a cast-off in Denver, and, revenge game for him yesterday. And he did his thing.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Happy the Raiders are looking up this year in Vegas in their first year at a new stadium.
Oh yeah. I'm happy. Derek Carr didn't have to throw much, although his stats would have been a lot better if Henry Ruggs can catch the ball or stay in bounds. That's all I'm saying.
He's too fast for his own good.
He needs to figure out how to get 2 feet in.
Same college, buddy. Same college.
No. And I ain't gonna lie, Darren Waller had an easy touchdown yesterday, and he dropped the ball. I know a lot of people think he's one of the top tight ends in the league, and I think he is. He just, he's had a few drops this year, and the one thing about him too, I think, is that he can't break a lot of tackles.
But to be that big, yeah, I can see that. But he's really fast.
Yeah, he's a receiver in a tight end's body, but
he just has the drops this year.
He has a few drops. Actually, the Raiders in total yesterday had about 3 touchdowns that were drops. Nelson Aguilar had a drop in the end zone, and
he did drop that one.
Yeah, so the score yesterday was, I think it was 37. 37-12. It easily could have been 58. But, it is what it is. Our defense finally came up, 5 turnovers, 4 picks. And I'm not going to lie, I like Eric Harris a lot, especially last year picking off Phillip Rivers 3 times in one game. But Jeff Heath, baby.
Oh, my gosh. I saw him intercept that, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. He had 3 or 4 interceptions his whole Cowboys career.
Hey, he's got 3 this year, okay?
I'm going to have to look up that stat, too. It's probably more like 7, but, I wasn't. I was not a Jeff Heath fan at all. So I'm glad you guys finally took him. I was like, he's never gonna leave our team.
Hey, he's been paying off for us, so I'm with it.
Yeah, he's a veteran safety.
He's been paying off for us, and thank you for Malik Collins too.
No, you stole him. I wasn't happy about that at all. At all. I was like, oh, that's like 5 to 6 sacks right there.
Hey, baby, we got that nose tackle up the middle. Boy, our run defense is solid. Our pass defense is something else, though.
That's all right. We picking top 5. That's all I'm worried about. I got the standings this morning. I was like, yes, number 2, baby.
And how is the Giants the best team in that division?
Somebody sent me it wasn't a meme, but it was a video, and it was this guy. He had a basketball rack. He was putting up threes, and he didn't make not a one. It was the air ball, it was hitting the rim. He was outside. It was hilarious, and they sent the NFC East this year. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. And I mean, he was fired. It looked good too. Some of them look good. He just airball. I was like, he's not making a shot, and I was rooting for him. I'm like, come on, bro, you can make one.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Oh, Brad didn't make one. I was like, yeah, that's about us. We taking lots of shots this year, and we not hitting nothing.
That's too funny. Hey, speaking of the NFC East, though, I gotta give a shout out to Alex Smith. Comeback player of the year, decade comeback.
I'd give it to him. I mean, I'm trying to think. Teddy Bridgewater, but he's been hurt too.
But yeah, he threw for 390 yards yesterday. No picks, no touchdowns either though. But he led a comeback.
He almost won.
Yeah, he led a comeback touchdown drive. If it wasn't for a last-second Detroit Lion field goal.
I like Alex Smith, man. I'm happy for Brad. I didn't never expect to see him play again after that Joe Theismann injury. I was like, well, that was nice to know you.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for him. I always felt bad for him because Niner fans didn't give him the time of day when he was there, and I thought he was pretty solid. And then he ends up losing his starting job from Cat due to injury. And I don't know, call me old school. I always felt like you shouldn't lose your job due to injury, but.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, though, Drew Bledsoe would have got his job back, and maybe not. Tom Brady wouldn't have started his career.
Touche. You got me there.
I was like, when somebody was like, I'm like, Drew Bledsoe should not have gotten his job back. Tom Brady was playing lights out in the playoffs. That would have messed up the whole flow. And possibly messed off the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL.
You're right. You're right about that one. I mean, I guess I could take that back because Cap was playing lights out when he finally got his start.
He got into the Super Bowl. He really was one play away, and they shouldn't have been throwing. They should have been running.
You're right. Okay, I'll take that back. But I still kind of feel like
I hear you. I hear what you're saying for sure. Because that's like Dak. If Dak was able to come back, of course I want Dak to come back. I don't want to see Dalton or Gilbert or DiNucci. If I never say that name again.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but Gilbert was slanging it a little bit.
He was. I was like, bro, we should have been had him in DiNucci. DiNucci was just throwing 12-yard out routes. I was like, this is trash.
Yeah, you know who else? If you went through that same mantra, who did Big Ben replace in week 2 in his second year?
Ooh.
They went on a run and went to the Super Bowl last year too.
They did. And I can't even remember. I think that might have, if it wasn't Charlie Batch, it was, oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, same circumstances.
I want to say bro was like number 3 or something.
I really don't remember.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That's gonna bother me because I fake know who it is. But anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, same circumstances. So I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. There's more of the latter. But I know you ain't got a Cowboys rant because they're on a bye. But
Oh, no naps this weekend, baby. It was a peaceful. I watched the Christmas movie after the Sunday night game. That was fine. It was great. Y'all check out Jingles Jangles.
Speaking of injuries, though, Drew Brees got fractured ribs and a punctured lung.
I'm not gonna lie. When he got tackled like that, I was like, "That's what you get for talking that. Talk that now. Talk that now." He got slammed. And they called the penalty. That's exactly what the penalty is for. But bro, he landed on top of him and took him down with the emphasis. I seen Jameis in the game. I was like, Drew is over there with his helmet on. What's going on? Are they running a few plays for Jameis? No. I was like, oh. They showed the replay. I was like, oh, yeah, that hurt.
Man, but I'm Niner fans complaining that shouldn't have been a foul. But
no, it for sure was a foul. He drove him into the ground. Like, he had the tackle. At that point, they want you to let up a little bit, and he drove him into the ground and landed on him. Yes, that is exactly why they had that penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of Brady is right behind you.
Was he?
Yeah, him and Gronk, I'm not going to lie, him and Gronk are starting to connect.
Oh, yeah. Although
making it look easy.
It did look terrible against the Saints, though.
Whatever. They dog walked the Carolina. Carolina was in the game, and then Teddy Bridgewater got hurt, and it was a wrap after that.
Yeah. They was in the game, though.
Tampa looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Once they put it all together, and Antonio Brown is just getting started.
Clown.
You ain't never gonna let that go.
No.
Hey, so you feel about Antonio Brown the way I do about Jason Garrett. I see Jason Garrett and I just be like, how do you even have a job? You're terrible. And then when they win, I just be like, nope, that ain't it. I don't know how y'all won. It's like it's because the quarterback just ran. That's why. I was like, it's no fault of your own.
Hey, he's part of that coaching staff that got them the first seed in the NFC East.
That is the NFC East is a joke this year. That they should give their playoff spot away. They don't even need to add another team and just give their spot away.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what some teams were saying when the Seahawks went 7-9 and beat the Saints in the first round.
That was a good team.
At 7-9?
They were a good team.
At 7
with Marshawn and all. Yeah, there was a team either on their way to the Super Bowl in a few years or had just been. They were a good team. Yes.
At 7 and
that's why they got to the playoffs and showed out.
Hey, any given Sunday. But
that's right. I think it might have been Saturday too.
I think it was a Saturday. Well,
playoffs.
Yeah, the Niners look terrible.
Trash can, and it makes me happy.
Trash.
I actually turned to the game to watch them lose instead of watching the Raiders win some more. I was like, let's just watch both. I was like, I've enjoyed this Raider win. Now let me enjoy this Niner loss.
Hey, but that game was pretty close. It was 10-0 in the first quarter, and then and then they reeled off 17 points.
By the time I saw it, it was out of reach pretty much. It was like 20-10, but not to it.
Yeah. Man, everything was going the Niners' way in the first half. Like they had a 9-minute drive or something like that to start off the game, and then they on another drive they had to punt to New Orleans, and they ended up muffing the punt, and they ended up getting 3 off that. And you couldn't start it off any better. But then all of a sudden you got some uncharacteristic play calling from Kyle Shanahan. The Niners' offensive line looks spotty. They're getting dogged up front. They can't block nobody. Mike McGlinchey has been getting ran over by a DB. Like, that should never happen.
He must be hurt.
That should never happen, ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You 235 pounds running at you, 220 pounds running at you shouldn't mow you over at 300 and something pounds.
Yeah, no.
I did see the Niners special teams follies. They just that's what lost them the game.
Yeah, at that critical point, whenever that was. Yeah, I mean, as much credit as I gave Kyle Shanahan for their wins after Jimmy got hurt, he's been having some questionable play calling as of late. And I know Niner fans want to talk about injuries and how hurt they are, missing some key players. But, I mean, hey, injuries is a part of the game, right? Next man up mentality. Yeah, they lost their quarterback, but Nick Mullins came in, and don't get me wrong, he's not gonna lead you back from 14-point deficit or nothing like that. But he's serviceable, and I mean, if the defense can hold you in the games, but it's not all Nick Mullins' fault either. The offensive line looks spotty. Every team got injuries, so I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all. And I don't want to compare it to the Raiders, but because Niner fans always want to compare it to the Raiders starting offensive line only played 3 snaps together all year. We missed both our starting receivers for 2 games. We had interchangeable parts on defense as well. We're not complaining. We had the 3rd toughest schedule in the league so far all year, and we got a winning record. So I don't want to hear it.
Right, because we have all the injuries too, and we're picking top 2, and I don't want to hear it. Top 2, top 3, let's go, baby. I start looking at players like I was shopping today. I was like, oh yeah, who's the top college players? Let's see who I want this year. Who is the best DB in college? That's what I need to start looking up.
You would pick a DB in the top 2, top 5?
Bruh, if it made sense for y'all in your work, can we get some too?
Yeah, we didn't pick our DB until.
Yeah, I know. It was a 1st round DB. It shocked me. It worked out for you though. It did. I'm just saying. I'll take Abrams any day of the week. When y'all drafted him, I was like, that was stupid. He's all right, but he's not a 1st round talent. 3rd round maybe. I'm like, hey, you take him where you can get him.
Hey, he's a beast up in that middle.
He looks stupid with that blonde hair, but
Hey,
Video Man. That's our brother. Brother looks like a golden lord. I seen that and I was like, oh, bro, this is gonna be hilarious tomorrow.
Oh man, hey, nobody want to go up the middle now though.
Yeah, because he's touching books about how to be the best safety. It lasts for 2 or 3 plays. then he had that mishap when he get beat. That's when the book wear off. Oh, okay. That was a good one. I'm hot now. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, that was too.
Oh, man. The Ravens are not built to come from behind at all, which is crazy because they're a good team. But if you get up 10 on the Ravens, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, I mean, because they're mainly a run team. Did you read the comments that Lamar said that teams are calling out their plays now?
I did hear that. I heard that. I'm like, oh, that's cheating.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, I mean, if you can read the team's formation and figure it out, like they run a few plays out the same set.
I mean, wouldn't you have to blame the OC for that though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, no, because Greg Romans is the offensive coordinator, and
he was the Niners' old offensive coordinator, correct?
Yeah, when they had Cat, and towards the end,
started falling off. He gonna get fired.
Other teams were calling out their plays too.
Oh, Nick Foles got carted off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just got that. Whiskey. Oh no.
Yeah. Mitch. Good old Mitch. Is that Mitch?
No, that's not Mitch.
Who's out there?
No.
Oh, game's over. Ain't nobody out there. Kirk Cousins' first career Monday night win after 10. You like that?
Who is that?
I don't know. Trubisky is number 2, right?
I don't know.
Is that a Rex Grossman sighting?
Hey, he brought them to the Super Bowl.
He sure did, and threw 2 picks while he was there. Live won me that money, baby.
Oh yeah, I mean that was easy money.
I gave 14 to somebody. I was like, "You want 2 touchdowns? I'll give you 2."
Speaking of 2 touchdowns, in our fantasy league, one that you opted out of this year,
with good reason, for good reason.
There is currently a bet going on now that a Niner fan against a Niner fan and a Raider fan that the Raiders will lose against Kansas City next week by 14 points.
I'll take that bet. I would take that bet. Give me 2 touchdowns with the Raiders the way they're playing. Yep. Although Andy Reid off of bye is no joke.
No. If you saw last episode, Andy Reid is 18-3.
Sheesh.
And speaking of which, since he's joined the Chiefs in 2011, guess how many times we played them after a bye?
6.
You are right, sir.
On the number. That is crazy. They hate y'all. The league hates y'all. They know Andy is the truth.
Bruh. And in the last 5 years, we played them 4 times out of the bye.